The Insta360 1R boosted battery means that you can record for more than double the time of the standard battery. But what are the advantages and the disadvantages? So let's get straight to it and take a look. I always like to start with aesthetics because I like tech that looks good. And aesthetically, I love the look of the camera with the boosted battery. It's simple to attach just like the standard battery, but now you don't need the mounting bracket, and it's nice to be able to just put that to one side. The camera looks sleeker and has a nicer finish. If you want to, you can attach the battery directly to a GoPro type mount because the battery has an integrated folding GoPro style finger mount that neatly folds out from the body of the battery. They aren't screwed onto a plate like the GoPro Max finger mounts, so you can't remove them, but they're still a good design. It would have been good to have an integrated 1/4 inch thread in the base of the boosted battery, just like they've got in the vertical battery. Or it would have been good to have a design like the GoPro Max where you can remove the finger mount and replace it with a threaded mount. I'm not a big fan of using the GoPro finger mounts to attach the camera directly to a mount. So I usually use the 1/4 inch thread tripod mount adapter because this just makes it easier to take the camera on and off. So how much bigger is the battery compared to the standard battery? It's the same dimensions as the standard battery other than the height. The standard battery has a height of 15mm and the boosted battery has a height of 25mm. The standard battery weighs 34 grams and the boosted battery weighs 67 grams. So the boosted battery is almost double the weight of the standard battery. If we add the 360 mod and the core body and the mounting bracket to the standard battery, then it weighs a total of 182 grams. And the boosted battery with the camera and the 1/4 inch mount adapter is 179 grams. So even though the battery is almost double the weight, it's 3 grams lighter than the standard battery setup. With such a small difference in the weight, it won't affect how you use it, and you certainly won't notice that it's lighter when you use it on a selfie stick. And as expected, there are no invisibility issues with this battery when it's attached because it's the same width as the standard battery. The advantage in this design is that you don't need to use the mounting bracket. So even though the battery is bigger, you haven't got the additional bulk of the bracket to add on as well. This means you save time with assembly, you can access the memory card door a lot more easily, and overall it's just more convenient. The disadvantages include not being able to use the lens guards and not being able to use the Insta360 cold mount bracket. Also, when using the standard mounting bracket, you did feel a bit of comfort that it added a bit of security to the camera. It held everything together and it stopped the camera getting bumped and scraped around the edges. Insta360 have no intention of bringing out a mounting bracket for this battery, but Yuqing Guo is working with Ulanzi on a mounting bracket and that's currently in production. I haven't got my hands on one yet, but it does look good, and if you want more information then please check out his channel. I've left a link in the description below. I did some record time and overheating tests with this camera with the latest firmware update which has addressed the overheating issues. With the standard battery I'm usually able to record for around 50 minutes. With the boosted battery, however, I recorded for a total of 2 hours 24 minutes, which is really impressive. The camera did create new files every 30 minutes, but this is normal. But the most important thing is that it didn't stop due to overheating. Now I need to talk more about the overheating issue. Somebody joked in the comments that with the new update they hoped that Insta360 hadn't just turned off the heating sensor and they'd actually addressed the issue with the overheating. Well, unfortunately, and I think disappointingly, I think that's what they've done, is that they've turned the heating sensor off because my camera did overheat. I mean, it got to a temperature of nearly 55 degrees, but it didn't turn off. So the overheating sensor didn't tell the camera to turn off. So this problem has been half solved in that the camera no longer cuts out, but it does still get really hot, and I hope that gets addressed in a later update. Let me know in the comments what you think. The battery can be charged on the Insta360 fast charger the same as the standard battery, and it can also be charged while you're shooting. And on the Insta360 site it says that this setup with the boosted battery is waterproof to up to 1 meter. It's not designed as an action camera battery mount, and although it feels sturdy, you have to remember that it's only held together with these tiny clips. So whilst I'll be happy using this mount on a gentle run or on a smooth ride on a handlebar mount, If you hit a bump, I do think that you run the risk of it popping apart, which is why they don't advertise it as an action camera mount. For general use though, on a tripod or a selfie stick, as long as you double check that it's securely together, I think it will be absolutely fine. A simple and cheap solution would be to put a Velcro tie or an elastic band around the camera and the battery to hold the two together, but this is not an ideal solution. It sounds expensive at $49.99, but you are getting more than double the record time of the standard battery, so really you're paying for that convenience. And the convenience of having 2 hours 24 minutes record time, that is worth every penny. Most of my filming is short bursts, so 30 seconds to a few minutes at a time, so this battery would just last me for ages. I think if you're sensible with this battery setup and you're not tearing down hills on your mountain bike, that for most things, most of the time, so this will be absolutely fine. Another alternative battery setup for the Insta360 1R is the vertical battery, and you can look at that video at the top. And if you want to know more about Insta360 1R accessories that you can get for your camera, then check out the video at the bottom. My name's Rich, thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video.